Yeah, that was a short enough video. I think people can digest it. 5 minutes. And share it out. People should have 5 minutes to waste to realize what's going on. So the human body as an antenna really sucks. Shouldn't be doing it. At least I don't think so. I wasn't asked. I wasn't consulted about it. So I'm going to hang out and talk about it for a little while with you guys, or whatever else you want to talk about. There's plenty going on. They've got lots of distractions while they try to build this prison around us. I've gotten in trouble for presenting things just recently. And a little while ago, YouTube actually, well, I'll tell you, I'll just show you. Let's see, there we go. YouTube copyright claim release, remote viewing practice 6/06/07/24. So that was last weekend. They banned my video for copyright claim for angel blessing meditation. Good news, one more copyright claim from Content Angel Blessings has been released. There are no more copyright restrictions on your video. So yeah, they take us down for a little while. That was nice of them to retract it and not, just leave it up there on me. So I appreciate that. So hopefully, by the time you get to this video, you've watched that short video that I posted. I'll wait for a few people to pop in. I do like that document. It took me a while to find this document. I'm thankful that whoever suggested that I go see Sabrina Wallace and watch her videos. I really appreciate that. I think it might have been Abstract, Beloved Abstract. I'm not sure, but yeah, learning the language is the key. Learning what you're looking for in these documents. Because although the title seems quite blatant, right? Would you think to type the title in? Human body, the future communication channel for W bands. I would never think that would be something that I would type into a search engine. But there I am. I'll put the invite up. I imagine there won't be too many notifications going out. YouTube is not fond of me, so. But there's the link if anybody wants to use it. Oh, we had one person. And then YouTube took you away. I do that with my subscribers too. But I was surprised that they actually showed somebody. There must be two people here now. There's one on the screen staying. Good afternoon, guys. Again, this is an impromptu video, so I didn't do a preamble to it. I don't imagine they'll share out the link very much. Hey, G, how you doing? If you want to come up, it's probably going to be a private chat because they won't notify anyone. I'm surprised you got notified. You didn't like us talking together. We said bad things. But they did. They actually released one of my videos from the copyright strike. I was surprised and amazed. I wish they'd go back to their old motto: "Don't be evil." You know. But I'm in Canada, so the censorship is strong here. Oh, I need my smokes. Oh, good. There we go. Yeah. So I don't know if you watched the previous 5-minute video. I read this document. I'll put it in chat so that you guys can share it out on all your various Twitter and tweets and all that, and your face plants, and your twatter or whatever. I have chickens that cooked in 10 minutes. Oh, dinner time. All right. So Gia won't be coming up. She's having dinner. I decided we were going out for dinner because Mrs. Max is doing an application online that takes a while. So I was going to make dinner, but I wanted to talk to you guys because I hadn't been out for a while. I didn't do class last night because I was dead tired. So, and yeah, that's what happened. So there must be 4 people here now. It says there's 2. Now, I haven't read the full document because they want me to sign into them. Let's see what happens. Sign in to continue reading. Let's see what they ask. Sign in through your institution or username and password. Sure, that works. So you can't look at it because I don't have a password. You have to be an institute member. So they're going to hide some of this on us even too. Isn't that ridiculous? We can't see the whole document. I can read some of it though. Operational drawbacks of wireless RF communications. I can't read that. Zigbee and ANT HBC uses non-RF propagation signals. Figure 1 shows the generalized block diagram of HBC setup. In HBC biosensors, the physiological parameters of the human body, like heart rate, body temperature, and others. Then that biodata is fed into the transmitter. Transmitter is capable to transmit biodata in form of non-RF signals into the human body via electrode. The transmitted signals propagate through the body. The receiver is capable of acquiring those non-RF signals from the human body with the help of electrodes. So far, the HBC has proven much better results as compared to RF techniques. It provides secured, interference-free, energy-efficient, what else does it say? Fast and low attenuation communication using frequency band centered at low as 21 megahertz or 2.1. And I can no longer read any more of this document. unless I am a member of the IEEE or some of the learning centers where I have access to this information. So this is actually limited information. This, I guess you could call it suppressed in a way. Not easy to find, and once you do find it, they'll only let you view a small part of it as the general public, which kind of sucks. I'd like to read more on how I'm being used or attenuated as an antenna. I'm not keen on that idea. Here, back. I need an ashtray. This show is actually to back up the last show, the last little 5-minute video I did, to be able to share. I should have shared the document in the stream then in chat. Unfortunately, I didn't, and I'm not allowed to pin anything to my videos. Like I can't put the links for this in the videos, so they'd have to be up here on chat. Well, is there anything else? Anything anybody wanted to talk about? Any of the other distractions of life? They are ramping up for World War III. At least going to put us on the edge of it for sure. But that's just a distraction, really. Trying to set up this control grid. I always like to refer to the Canadian government for our, goodness of what's going to happen to us out there. Like we've got the pre-crime bill. You guys are going to have it soon. And I don't like that here, and I don't want it there. You guys still have the option of defending yourselves. We do too in a limited capacity in Canada. There's still plenty of guns in Canada. They haven't done anything about taking away the guns, really. They talk about it a lot. Coevolution of biological and digital technologies. Well, I didn't agree to that. Conceptual convergence of biological and digital systems. They're number one, full integration of biological and digital entities. I don't want an AI in me. Striking biodigital convergence is opening up striking new ways to change human beings, our bodies, minds, and behaviors. Well, that's pretty self-explanatory. Dictators. I know you're going to couch it behind, oh, we're just concerned about your health. We love you so much. We just love you to death. Change or create other organisms. Well, are you God? Alter ecosystems. You're already doing that, and only in a negative way, with all the companies you've propagated and the pollution you've pushed on us. Sense or store, process, and transmit information. Yeah, they want to do that through you. They want to do that in your body. They want to set up a stupid little AI system in your body and store and transmit the data from you, using you as the power source. So they can just shut down the internet on you, and you'll have no access to it. Manage biological innovation. And then they'll tell you what truth is. You'll have the Ministry of Truth. Structure and manage production and supply chains. So micromanage. That worked so well in every other country, every other time. Except it didn't. It never worked. And it killed people. So yeah, they're going down the insane road again. Yeah, democratization. Well, we know that democracy doesn't work. Democracy is mob rule, and having a republic with a Bill of Rights and that type of thing is much better. Rights that can't be taken away or voted out of existence. You know, that's the only way to keep a society. Democratization just leads to total anarchy. You know, it has never worked. Every time they tried it. Decentralization. Well, yeah, you say that, but you want a centralized system. Um, how are you going to control, structure, and manage all the production and supply chains without centralization? So they contradict themselves. Geographic diffusion, whatever the hell that means. What does that mean? Scattering? No, that's not what you want in 15-minute cities. That doesn't make any sense. Scalability, yes, that makes sense. Yes, you want scalability so you can ramp up the control system. And customization, yeah, they want to be able to customize their control over you. Reliance on data. Yeah, they want you reliant on their data. This is the sarcastic take on the Canada's policies on biodigital convergence. Could traditional, so their internal policy relevant questions. Let's see what stupid questions they have. Hi, Paula. I don't know, if we don't get more people in there, it's going to be a shorter show. So, could traditional resource-based competitive advantages fade? Well, yes, you want that. You don't want us to be able to compete for anything because you'll own everything and we'll be happy, apparently. Well, you'll be happy. Education. Oh, would education and training systems need to be adapted to address potential skills gap? Well, yeah, re-education camps, of course. You have the wrong think. What could data protection and intellectual property frameworks look like in the biodigital era? Oh, well, intellectual property will be the only property that will be really tradable, and that'll be us because you're going to put chips in us, change our DNA, and call us intellectual property. So you want to start trading us. That's really at the edge of it. That's what that says. At the far edge of it. How can policy foster a competitive business environment in a biodigital world? Well, I guess they'll eventually just start, doing robot challenges with us, I guess, sort of like the gods did way back, right? Oh, God. Could social attitudes shift towards healthcare and lifestyle? Well, yeah, you just told us that you want to change our thinking and behaviors. Do I have to go back up and show you idiots? Like, these people are absolute idiots. Writing stupid questions. What policies could help address health inequality? Well, have you seen a movie called Logan's Run? We'll just have everybody die at the same age. There you go. How about that? Because that'll probably be what you're going to do. Hey, Chuck, how you doing? What policies could foster trust amongst partners and stakeholders? Well, they don't even care about the public, see? All they're worried about is partners and stakeholders. So the ones that'll be, out of the system. That has nothing to do with us. Nothing. Why do they need trust amongst what about people? This is a Canadian government document. And you're just worried about partners and stakeholders. Pieces of shit. What changes could occur in the land use in the natural environment? Well, you guys could have access to it and we'll have none. And that's really kind of the plan, isn't it? Right? You're going to have all these wild areas that you plop down a mansion in the middle of with helicopter access or drones or whatever. That way you're far enough away from the hullabaloo that you can just push a button and destroy, right? That's what they want. Geopolitics. Oh, this is exciting. What policies are necessary to compete in a global biodigital world? Well, you need hackers, right? What policies? It's a dog-eat-dog world. Hi, Susie. Good to see you. Hi, Scotty. Yeah, I remember Logan's Run. Yeah. By my hillbilly pool out of chat. Love you guys. Are you in the back of a pickup truck with a tarp? Is that a hillbilly? I heard that was a hillbilly pool. I'd love that. Hi, Steve. Good to see you. All right, where were you? What is needed to protect citizens' security in the biodigital world? Well, yeah, if they want to use us as antenna, like I explained, and use you as the internet, they got to protect you, at least some of you, right? But, you're just a node, so they can change nodes. Not a big deal. Change out a node. Governance. How can regulation and policy making take what? How can regulation and policy making take social concerns about biodigital advances into account? I don't know. I don't think you really want to put any regulations on yourself. But you seem to want to put regulations on everybody else. It seems to be how that works. Is the current tax framework suited for the biodigital world? Well, no, of course not. There's rain tax, there's carbon tax. In Toronto, they wanted to do a rain tax, because your property got rained on, so you got to get taxed for that. Like, they want to tax the air that you breathe. They've discussed it. So how'd you like to be taxed for the air you breathe? Because they want to tax you for everything else. So that's their future tax framework. Do public finance systems need to be reassessed to be sustainable in the biodigital world? Well, yeah, of course they do. You guys want us to go completely digital. That way we can be like China and you can just turn our money off if we don't behave. Charge us more for stuff if we don't behave. You can oust us from society and watch us languish into death. It's a bright future. So fully, this is wonderful. Oh, there's a cicada going nuts out there. Full physical integration of biological and digital entities. Digital technologies can be embedded in organisms, and biological components can exist as parts of digital technologies. Yeah, they just made a computer with a bunch of human brain cells. And they live for about 100 days. They've managed to get them to live for, putting them in robots. And they're worked to death. How does that work spiritually? That's a living organism that they're torturing to death. It's disgusting. What's that? What'd you get? Overground, leave it up all winter. She's rough. It only works 4 feet. Yeah, that's fine. Made for laps and therapy. Nice. $700. Good deal. Yeah. So the physical meshing, manipulating, and merging of biological and digital are creating new hybrid forms of life and technology, each functioning in the tangible world, often with heightened capabilities. Yeah, they have augmented humans out there. People augmenting them. Yeah, I've showed you the smart patch. Robots with biological brains and biological bodies with digital brains already exist, as do computer and brain-machine interfaces. The medical use of digital devices in humans, as well as digitally manipulated insects such as dragonflies, and surveillance locusts are examples of digital technology becoming combined with biological entities. By tapping into the nervous system and manipulating neurons, tech can be added to an organism to alter its function and purpose. New human bodies and new senses of identity could arise from the convergence as the convergence continues. That's sick. That's disgusting. Yeah, they got cameras everywhere, right, Steve? Really, they have total surveillance. That's just another level of surveillance. Yeah, rain tax. You betcha. They tried it in Toronto. I don't know how well that's going, but hey, we're really excited about it. Coevolution of biological and digital technologies. This type of biological convergence emerges when advances in one domain generate major advances in the other. The coevolution of biological and digital sciences and technologies enable progress in each domain that would be impossible otherwise. This could lead to biological and digital technologies that are developed as integrated or complementary systems. Complex living systems, bacteria, fungi, plants, and animals, life including humans, are increasingly subject to examination of understanding by digital tools and applications such as machine learning, especially in your brain. The deeper understanding enabled by the digital technologies means that biology is subject to influence manipulation that was not possible a few years ago, such as the smart patches I showed you. You can augment your physiology and your thinking. For example, gene sequencing combined with artificial intelligence leads to understanding genetic expression, which is then used to alter existing organisms to create organic compounds in new ways, or even entirely synthetic organisms. The CRISPR-Cas9 approach and other new gene editing techniques would have been impossible without the evolution of digital technologies and bioinformatics. Okay, informatics. Advances in digital technologies have helped the advancement of the biodigital. We also see a greater understanding of biology, which is fueling progress in the field of biological computing. Neural nets, biological computing, that means you. Computer systems that are designed based on biological brains are an example of how biological understanding is shaping digital technology. There is also a blurring between what is considered natural or organic and what is digital, engineered, or synthetic. Hold on. For example, biosynthetic vanilla is created by using ferulic acid, eugenol, and glucose as substrates, and bacteria, fungi, and yeast as microbial production hosts. Although it does not come from the vanilla plant, under both US and EU food legislation, its production from microbial transformations of natural precursors allows it to be labeled as natural flavoring. Well, isn't that disgusting? So there they're kind of showing you that, if we can augment things or create them, I don't know, that's just disgusting. The solar tax, yeah. Bill Gates wants to block out the sun, remember? He's Mr. Burns. Hi, Pa Joe. Good to see you. Conceptual conversions of biological and digital systems. A third form of biodigital convergence involves a shift in perspective that could reshape our framing and approach on biological and digital realms, facilitating the blending of the two. Ooh, well, I don't want that. As we continue to better understand and control the mechanisms that underlie biology, we could see a shift away from vitalism, the idea that living a non-living organism, the idea that living and non-living organisms are fundamentally different because they are thought to be governed by different principles. Instead, the idea of biology as having predictable and digitally manageable characteristics may become increasingly common as a result of living in a biodigital age. Any student of biology will have to grow up in a digital world and may consciously or subconsciously apply that framework of reference to bioinformatics, informatics, and biology in general. And biology generally, okay. From a digital perspective, we see a potential shift in the opposite direction. Computing began as a means of producing predictable, replicatable, and relatively simple outcomes. As digital technology became more complex and connected, the system began to mimic the characteristics of the biological world, leading to the notion of technological ecosystems. Biological models are also being used to develop digital tools such as AI-based neural nets. So we're going over that again. So here's their question. Why explore biodigital convergence now? Well, because you're planning it. Hi, Desert Rose. Good to see you. Here's a riddle. What will always come to you, but you might not. Tomorrow, yeah. Yeah, funny times we are in. Yeah, so I've never actually read that well, I haven't read the entire document yet, but I haven't read that far into it. Every part of it kind of makes me sick to my stomach. Now I have 11. It says 9. Yeah, maybe they're kind of telling me the truth now. Good to see you, Desert Rose. Yeah. Yeah, these guys have gone absolutely insane. And they're not asking for um, they're not asking for our permission. They're just doing it. So hey, lots of love your way too, Desert Rose. And don't forget, guys, we have learned piloerection, how to give yourself goosebumps. I do believe it does work. Um, I don't know how far it'll work when they, turn on the kill machine or the kill box, but I'm hoping that when they overload the system, as soon as you said that, you had 11, it dropped down to 9. Yeah, they're hilarious. So again, I'll post that document that I read earlier. Let me go back to it. So that you guys can share it. I'm only allowed to see part of it. You'll only be allowed to see. Some of you might not even be able to see it. I don't know. Tell me if you are unable to see it. Oh, there's a warning or something. Access to this document requires a subscription. IEEE offers both personal and institutional subscriptions, whether you are an academic, a practitioner, or a student. IEEE offers a range of individual and institutional subscriptions. Learn more. Meet your needs. Let's see what happens if we learn more. Oh, we get taken over here. IEEE offers subscription options to suit any size organization, ranging from large universities to small companies. IEEE explores subscription for individual access. Okay, let's check out that. I'll show that to you guys in a second. Here we go. Let's see what it says here. Yeah, it is terrible, Steve. It freaking sucks. A lot of people, I think, are getting a lot of health effects from it. Hi, yes, good to see you. Yeah, well, the document I'm reading is from 2014. It's what, 10 years old, So, yeah, Desert Rose and piloerection, which is giving yourself goosebumps. I found that grounded copper, like I'm telling you guys, I ground constantly. I've told you guys how to do it, how to make them. It really does help. It really does help. Another young kid at work was suffering with the toothaches again. So I gave him one of my little belt ones for to wear during the day. Within about a 10-minute span, he was a lot less in pain. By the end of the day, he was in no pain. So, yeah, we're being attacked electrically. So what does this say? Let's see. Join now. Not a member of IEEE. Join now. You may purchase single articles from the IEEE for $34. Go to IEEE and start your search. Wow. Let's see what happens if I join now. How much do they want? Are you guys still with me there? Join as a professional or join as a student. Let's go join as a student. Membership application. Don't have an account yet. Sign into various sites with single account. Manage your membership. Get member discounts. Personalize. Let me see if you guys are catching this. Yeah, okay. Where are we here? Manage your profile. Create an account. See what they want. Okay. Huh. I don't really want to do that. Not at this moment, anyway. Hi, G. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you? How's the weather there?
Awesome. For a walk today. It's really nice. Really hot.
Right on, right on. Yeah, I was just listening in. Boy, we are just screwed.
Well, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, they haven't got all their systems in place. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having independent thoughts.
Yeah, they haven't gotten that far just yet.
So, there's still time. They do have probably like a perimeter uh, guard set up around us with 5G. Those 5G towers.
Hmm.
They set them up around neighborhoods and they transmit that through you. But it would also make a great geofence to stop people and keep people in an area. So they do have that, I believe, but they don't have our brains yet. They're still working on that.
Yeah, the direct control
Yeah,
over everything.
yeah. That's why trying to get various nanoparticles in us in any way they can, food, water, medicine, whatever, right? So you know,
Yeah. No, and this is kind of stepping side a little bit here, but um, I just recently heard a theory why they blew up the Georgia Guidestones.
okay.
There was a hole that you could look through one of the stones directly up to Polaris. Okay. Now, the Guidestones were built in 1980, and they presumed that if we are moving, like they say, spinning, whatever, that the Polaris will go off 1 degree
Hmm.
every 10 or 20 years, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, this is vague, folks. This is just
Okay.
third.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll go
so
with it.
they were looking through the hole. It perfectly looks at
Oh.
Polaris in 2023, just before it blew up.
Hmm.
You could still see Polaris. It did not move by any degrees, and they were explaining that a degree to us down here is the width of 3 moons.
Hmm.
So looking through that hole, it should have been off by at least a moon and a half. Anyway,
Interesting.
yeah, I'm just, and then all of a sudden, poof, it goes away.
I wonder if there are any other structures that point towards Polaris.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of ancient ones, but we don't know. If they figure that out, they just go in and chisel the hole out. Nothing to see here. Anyway, I didn't mean to digress on
That's
that.
okay. No, no, that's interesting.
Well, because I'm kind of swinging around to this. We are just so bamboozled by all of this. I mean, we don't even know it's coming. We don't even see it coming.
What do you mean?
This technology using us as
Oh yeah.
the antennas for.
Oh yeah. No, they don't tell us. Like they did not broadcast this anywhere. And we get to suffer the health effects of it. And they don't really care. They just don't care to tell you. And like I was discussing with my wife earlier, like in most documents you read, they really keep it quite elusive. You know,
Mhm.
they'll talk about sensors and nodes and wearables and all that, but they don't outlay it. Just like that document that I showed you does.
Yeah, this plainly tells you what you are.
Yeah, without
Um,
screwing around on the whole thing, you know?
No, they'll treat us like a widget, and then just give that widget a name, like it's been made in a warehouse or something. But it's us.
Yeah. Yeah. Mac number, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
You're just a Mac number, you know?
unbelievable.
It just, it burns my britches. I tell you.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like, you know,
Who gave them the permission to do this to humanity?
yeah. Like I knew that the Wi-Fi was what was affecting me from years ago, like because of the meters I got and the effects I got and the things I documented, right? It was only, what, 3 months ago I learned that they're actually using me as a freaking antenna and part of the internet,
Yeah.
you know, and they're billing me for it. So they're affecting my freaking health that I have to spend money on, you know, finding cures and solutions, or for most people it would be going to the doctor and getting on medications, you
Well,
know.
see, that's why, yes, exactly. Exactly. We're paying for our own demise, and then we have to pay some more for health insurance to fix that. But
And then we pay
it's
for the technology to do it to us.
again and again.
Yeah. You know,
What?
you pay an internet fee, don't you? I do.
Yes. Oh no, I'm sure
Yeah.
most of us do. Some
Oh
way, one
yeah.
way, somehow. Yeah.
Yeah. One way or another, they're getting you pay for your own demise, you know, and they're doing it in every different way because your tax dollars go to them too for building their structures and shit.
Yeah. Well, I think personally, I think income tax is nothing but a suppressant. You know, they just
I don't know if funny is the word, ironic, you know, it would be better, I think. Almost sad. Sorry.
Oh no, that's quite all right. No problem.
Just commenting on Pa Joe here.
Yeah, I just now saw that. Yeah, no, I just think that yeah, we're under some really hinky creatures running the show here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're just practicing with their targeting systems in Gaza right now. Like that's what they're probably tapping into MAC addresses and seeing how well they can target you with a drone. They've got after they drop a bomb. Apparently now, what they do is they send a few drones in with machine guns on top, and they kill anybody coming out of the rubble. So you know, you think you've made it out of a bombing, but only to run into a drone that shoot you. You know. It's yeah, words are interesting for sure.
Yeah. Oh, did I say hunky instead of hinky? Yeah, hinky.
Oh, hinky.
I meant hinky.
You're okay.
I'm drinking a seltzer water here, and who knows what it's doing to me.
Oh, okay.
It modifies my throat. But yeah, no, it's becoming just I talk to everybody and they feel the same. It's just so bizarro world right now. We don't know which way to step, and boy, is that exactly where they wanted us.
Yeah, yeah, but you know, people know that things are wrong, but they don't know what it is or how to fix it.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, because we're just spinning, and
Yeah.
like I was saying last night with Paula, they just keep putting us in these loops.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Tony. Oh, I have Kitty. I forgot to say hi.
Oh, and hi to everybody out there. Yeah, very good to see you.
Hello from Ireland. Hopefully, you guys can take your land back there.
Oh yeah.
I'm hoping for mass deportations in Canada,
Oh
or at least or something. You know,
no, it
we
is.
can't fix the housing problem or the economic problem without it. Really, 4 million people have poured into Canada. We only have a population of like 40 million, so it's like 10% of our population.
Yeah, no, they want to blur the lines, as I put it. They want to blur our cultures, so we have nothing and no reason to defend anything. You know, we're all one.
Yeah.
They've done a grand job over there in Europe. I mean, Ireland was just like the little cherry on top at the end of the whole thing that they're doing. And yeah, they're just blurring us up.
Yeah. Kind of like paddling upstream. Kind of, yeah. Like, and just finding out what they're doing, what they're up to, all the lies, and, catching up to the government and what they're doing is just a uphill battle, Like
Yeah.
the title of my last show was Frank, I Found It, right? Because I was having a debate the other night with this guy named Frank, and I was showing him all of these documents, and I even showed him the little cartoon ad of the super patch that logs into your body and changes your thinking or your physiology, so you're stronger, more endurance, smarter, all that. And they kept saying sensors and nodes, and they wouldn't see. They allude to they talk about the W band in all their documents, but they don't lay it out. That it's you. They say sensors and nodes on, in, or around the human body, but they don't say why does it have to be on, in, or around the human body. They don't say why until you get to a document that I eventually found, Human Body, the Future Communication Channel for W band. This is 10 years old, but so. But until you can find something like this, it's very difficult to get people to admit to themselves that something negative is happening to them, that they're being used. And I understand that. That's self-preservation. That's for the ego and the mind, right? So, denial of it is great, if it saves you, but it's not going to save you, unfortunately.
No. Well, I think it's human nature to be the first in line for things. Oh, this is new. New improved way of living. Pick your poison. I always use the fluoroscope as a classic example. They were in lines to get their feet x-rayed at shoe stores. Unknowingly, everybody was getting radio active.
Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
Paul.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, Chuck said he might come up here in a couple minutes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I also see London.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see him. Oh,
Yeah.
hi, London.
Hi, London.
Wow.
Yeah, Charles. A bunch of people here.
Spain will win 2-1. I don't watch any sports there, Tony. It's all pre-planned anyway, most of it.
Oh, yeah. It's just like a movie or a TV
That
show.
way they can make monies off of it,
Yeah.
Yep.
all scripted.
And feed off of your emotions, be them positive or negative,
Yep. Hello, Max. All hail the tail.
Maxers!
Max, he's a
There,
pretty boy.
let's see the tail. There's the tail.
Yeah, there it is.
That new brush is awesome. His tail
Yay.
is way thinner. Used to be like that thick. Now it's half the size.
Yeah, you got some
I got
inner hair off of them.
I got like I suppose about a
Pound
guinea pig's worth of hair out of that tail.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I need one of those brushes for Sissy.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, they weren't that expensive. Just you just got it at the regular pet store.
Yeah.
Just got the weird teeth on it. You think it looks like some type of a torture device, but they seem to like it. They seem to like it. He doesn't like it when it catches a knot, but
Yeah.
you don't like it.
I thought those brushes made it easier on catching the knots.
Well, it kind of breaks them up, right? You have to kind of pull at them a bit, but it does kind of break them up. What it's for really is for the under fur.
Right.
So when they get like he's got a double coat, he's got under fur and a regular fur. So like that builds up when he molts and it doesn't fall out. So you gotta get under there with that brush and pull it out. So that's why
Yeah,
it's called
'cause
an underbrush.
that's when Sissy gets all pissy, is when you get a knot.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can make some money off that, Tony. Go make a bet. You never know. Major stuff happening. Oh, hi, Michigander. EPA just got stuffed. Nice. Yeah, everything's coming to light, it seems, at the moment. Hopefully it'll progress in a proper direction and not just get shuffled under the rug like they do with many things. They bring them to light and then it just gets put under the rug.
Yeah. I think every time we start to wake up is when they pull what they're pulling the past few years, and
Yeah.
then they pull their little reset crap, and nobody's the wiser.
Like the Fauci investigation, he left him. Well, they let it's the Uniparty. You can tell it's the Uniparty because
Yes.
they let him off, right? They let him lie right there and say that's not the definition of gain of function, whatever. But it was at the time, Tony. So you know what? You're still guilty of gain of function, no matter what. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
And using coercion to get people to do what you want. So, you know. They sound powerful, mountain lions. Sorry, I shouldn't have gotten onto that topic. But anyway, I might have to pull mine down.
I know you're afraid to say anything sometimes. It's like, whoops, I gotta take this one down. Yeah, it is.
We shouldn't need to be afraid to have free speech. It's ridiculous. Why don't they just all come out and say, "Hey, we're Hitler. Get over it."
Yeah, right.
I mean, just be honest, you rat bastards.
Right, Podjo? Interesting how scapegoats come and go.
I mean, even if they came right out and said, "Hey, we're Hitler, get over it," all the people that are brainwashed wouldn't hear him say it.
No,
the
you
only
didn't
ones
do
that would
that.
hear him say it's the ones that are awake and can hear him.
Yeah, basically, you're right. They can say anything to these folks out here.
You can literally fucking just say, "We're Hitler. Fuck you."
Yeah, we're coming for your children tomorrow. Oh, okay.
They even made a song for "They're Coming for Your Children."
Yeah. Disneyland tickets.
Yeah, upside down clown world. It's an obese robot clown spitting fire right now.
Jumping the shark.
Yep.
On top of all of that. Oh, it is just something out there. That's why I have a feeling something by this winter is going to crack. We can only hope.
Yeah.
Well, it's happening.
But I think most of us are tired of the loops that they just keep putting us in. I mean, all three of us have been around for a while now. And we see the same stuff, and nobody gets in trouble for it. Nobody goes to jail or otherwise for it.
No.
They give them a job at some university afterward.
Yeah. Or on a committee somewhere or something.
Yeah.
It reminds, or they get one of those peace maker ribbons around
the Nobel Peace Prizes.
Fucking Nobel Peace Prize bullshit. Yeah. But it reminds me of growing up in that house with those people I was forced to call family, where if you're innocent, you pay for.
Well, they have their own little, they have their own little club. You know, they have their own little club. That's right. Yeah. So, yeah, you get $1 million with that, so you get to propagate whatever and spew whatever propaganda they tell you to spew, right?
Oh yeah,
once you're bought and paid for.
I'm just so saddened that we don't have George Carlin for all of this. He would have loved this shit. He would have ran with it.
He would have said, "I told you 20 years ago."
I fucking told you, stupid asses.
No kidding. No, seriously, the symbol of the sticks all bundled together as a fascish. Mm-hmm. Boy, this club, they're all bundled together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not one little stick falls out.
Oh, the family ties are strong too, you know.
That's it too, yes. And we are truly ran by, when I say they, them, whomevers, they're big families that have been doing this for hundreds of years now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They hand it down.
Hundreds of years. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Michiganders in the back, Max.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
It's hard to see because he's down there. I have to slide down.
Where's
There you
the
are.
chaps?
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
Mitch. Good to see you.
You too, sir. I'm grateful to hear you guys. And you ladies got some of the prettiest voices. I just got to say that, too.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
Sounds
I
so
can
pretty.
understand you
Sounds so pretty.
saying that about her, but me, no.
No, you do. You have a pleasant voice, Paula. You do. You know, there's
Yes.
people on here that kind of cringe you when you listen to them, but no, that's not here.
Yeah, your volume's good too now.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. I know they just passed a thing and they slipped a bunch of stuff through and everybody was greedy and signed it and passed it. Well, it happened to have stuff in it to roll back. Anything that wasn't voted on by Congress is going to be repealed.
Woohoo!
You know how much? You know how much
That's a
of our government?
lot.
Yes, almost all of it. And that's just it. They're trying to wake people up step by step. I see it. I can't explain it, but I see a pattern. We're going to be all right. Also,
the Chevron Act, wasn't it?
yeah, and it does more than what any one person thinks. It's going to be it's going to be a fight, and the people are flipping. And they're like, well, no, we didn't vote for you. You just created it and you keep making rules. And you should see the response out of these people. Oh, well, we're going to keep doing that. Well, no, the law states you can't. Well, we're going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
So
any of these triple letter agencies that make up rules,
Yes.
fines, and all this other stuff, and try to apply it onto the people, and then they get the police backing of them. That's
Yes.
all repealed now.
Yeah, well, guess what? And as I seen that go across, I noticed that their agents, their military op agent guys, have stepped it up with what they're pumping to the people.
In
And
what way?
in training for violence and this and that and the other thing, just sigging on everybody. And it's like, well, wait a minute, dude, you went and tore up the whole world and got them pissed off. And now you're going to come home and tell people what to do? That's so messed up. I can't even put that into words.
They've been running, tearing up amok like the friggin' Tasmanian devil and shit.
Yes, ma'am. But we're going to be all right. You just got to stay away from that stuff and let it kind of hash out. I know that a bunch of car manufacturers, because of that, are able to go back to other processing of making of the cars to where they can say, screw the EPA. That's going to change the whole industry.
Yeah, the whole environmental protection thing, their whole climate change bullshit
Oh my
and all
gosh!
that.
Oh, you guys, you just
That'll
reminded
completely
me.
fall apart. Hi, Danny.
But that's just it. We have to keep the major companies that are trying to pollute stuff. We got to keep them in check, even though I think they're going to buckle anyways.
I hope so, because I think that they should be. I think that cars should be an art form. I don't think we should have these mass production facilities for cars.
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. Is keeping,
Exactly.
all the regulation is to keep guys like me from building good, reliable cars.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to buy a home. I'd love to be able to buy a car built by a group of guys in America, not a fucking company.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
because I know I'm getting a unique product that has higher standards. You know.
Yes.
There you go. Because I can tell you one thing right now. I'm not going to make something and sell it to you that you're going to get hurt on, because I don't want my name tied to it.
Right. Yeah. Pride
I'd
in
buy
you.
a car from you, Michigander, that's for sure.
Yeah.
There are some climate change asshats. Apparently they got confused. It was in my husband's news feed. They were destroying Teslas. Think about that.
Yep,
Well,
because nobody will buy them.
Ones that are
Listen,
supposed to
Yeah.
climate change
they are
for the
70
agenda
times. They're 70
are
times as
destroying
polluting.
Teslas.
To make a Tesla is 70 times as polluting as to make a
It's ridiculous.
regular car or
Well,
something like that. It's
They're
ridiculous.
supposedly
That
on
company-
that team.
listen, that company will end up being seized by a world court for slavery.
Because that's what's
nice,
happening.
yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
it'll be seized for child slavery. Watch what happens. It's all over the net. The
Oh, yeah.
information's
Get
already out
Nike.
there. It's going to be
Nike, all the
seized.
shoe companies, all the
Yep.
clothing companies,
Yeah.
all those companies in China that have nets outside the building so that you can't commit suicide. You know.
Oh, I've seen those. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. What a lot of stuff went silent. Like with that Hawaii stuff. I know for a fact that Marines hit the shore there, and there was people recording going, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And they were just storming the shores, and it just went dead silent. I mean, I haven't heard anything out of there except for.
Did they get Oprah? Did they get Oprah? I hope they got Oprah.
A whole bunch of stuff just came out on Oprah with the child, eating stuff, and P. Diddy just buckled too. Now the whole music industry is going to go down. Hollywood's going to go down. It's a big thing I caught this morning. I don't read the stuff. Good. I just kind of float through headlines.
Good. There's already an alternate Hollywood. It's done by Kevin Sorbo and what's his name? Anyways, people like him that didn't fit in Hollywood because they wouldn't play the game. So yes. There is an alternative. It's already out there.
Well, listen,
and there's lots of alternative music. So,
good
riddance. Good riddance.
Well, there's some of those guys out there that are playing good and they're bad. Like that guy that was with Mel Gibson that did that Jesus movie or whatever, and the child trafficking movie. That guy is sitting there, he's advertising Aleister Crowley as he's smiling and mocking everybody. If you look at his necklace, that's Aleister Crowley's.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Little bastard.
The very one and the same. And he's also got a ring on that tells you, too.
America was founded on child slavery. Everybody had slaves back then, Danny.
Yes. Every country was founded on it. And that's what we're trying to wake up. That's what's going to be in my opinion, that's what the revelations and stuff are. Is everybody waking up?
One of the very few would be Canada.
I know there's about to be a bunch of action against.
But I think we did have slaves though, but it wasn't as prolific as in the U.S. or South America, or amongst the Native Americans or the people that came here. They all had slaves. Everybody had slaves. Black people had slaves. White people had slaves. Indians had slaves. South Americans had slaves. Everybody had slaves.
It was just looked at as the ruling class. You had your station in life.
From what I understand, my family came here. My ancestors came here running from being Irish slaves.
Yeah. Well, yeah, indentured servants. In Scotland, where my family was from, you couldn't own land, so you had to be a serf on land. And you were just basically starved to death because you would work to make your earnings or your keep, and your keep would be pretty dismal, So my family moved to Canada about 400 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, we left because we wanted food.
Yeah, makes sense. Got tired of those Vikings.
You're not allowed to hunt for anything because all that land belonged to the nobles. So, we were sheep stealers. We'd go across. It was okay to go across the border and steal sheep from the English, though. That was okay. Yeah. We were able to do that. So that's what my family did. But yeah, we were pretty much slaves. We couldn't own land or anything, so why stay?
You know what I see going back
into the ground, and then they bury you in the ground to fertilize their next food.
Yeah.
You know what I see happening? You know what I see happening up here? I see so many places being just abandoned or 80-year-old folks with no kids passing, that there's going to be so many open places that you just claim one. You go talk to the county, say, hey, I'm claiming this place. And if nobody has a claim on it, it's yours.
Well, according to the one of your agencies, one of the forecasting agencies, they're expecting a drop in population of 3/4 in North America in the next couple of years.
Yeah, so, I don't know about all that. That sounds a little exaggerated, but
well, that's what they're saying. So I don't know how they plan to get there, but I guess they do have a plan to get there.
Just to think they'll get away with that is so intensely dense and insane. It's nuts.
The technology exists. It's actually out there right now. It's sitting there right in front of our faces. They could just turn it on. Yep. Like, why do you need a cable that's 2 to 5, maybe even 10 times bigger a power supply than you need, unless you plan to use that conduit for a power supply that's 2, 5 to 10 times more.
Well, right? My friend, I think they've had it on almost most of our life. I think it's already been on. It's
been on. Yeah, it's running. It's running. I can guarantee you that. They're using you as part of the internet right now, probably, depending on which person around you is a better suit for it or a better conduit. So,
pretty wild
like
stuff.
I was discussing the 5G, the towers that they put them up around neighborhoods, and they route them through you. But if they wanted to, they could just power that system up higher and make it like a physical barrier that you wouldn't be able to pass through.
You know what?
Up here in the woods, that 5G stuff, they ran it in some type of an orange case cable. Like the case is orange, but they ran the wires underground down every single road. I'm talking back dirt roads the whole length. And I'm like, dude, there's nobody out here. This is unnecessary.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And it's the fastest thing. I've never seen anything done that fast. I've never seen any part of our system, roads, telephones, power lines. I've never seen it installed as fast as that stuff.
Something is out there.
Yeah. Are they planning a 15-minute city for that area?
It's in the middle of nowhere. It's
that'd be a great place for a prison, right?
That too.
Basically a 15-minute city.
No, I think they're going to do an open air prison. That's what I think. What they're trying for is an open air prison.
That's what a 15-minute city is. It's an open air.
No, I mean the whole country. I think they're going to open a whole continent. They're going to. I think they're going to try to turn us into like they did Australia back in the day, prison colony.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
that's what I've been talking about.
Yeah, but that backfired that backfired on them last time. All they did was made Australia stronger.
Yeah, well, once if they ever try to deploy that type of a system, and if it's not successful everywhere, they're toast. It has to be successful everywhere for us to be like China. It's not yet. No.
Yeah, no, it's not. There's multiple countries that stood right up, and they're just like, oh hell no. And they even told the Brex thing, but they killed them off. But it still didn't work. Other people took over. It's like, no, you're not doing what you think you're doing.
Yeah, prisoners are being let up early in the UK. I heard the UK got a good prime minister now. Or is there an upcoming election for them?
I don't follow that stuff because I know it's going to buckle. All that stuff's going to buckle, and we're going to see something new.
I just hate the untold death and stuff that happens during all these things.
You guys reminded me of something before we get too far away from it in conversation. That we've been being attacked our whole lives with this type of technology, little here, little there. I was the only one in my family, go figure, that could stand up off my couch and then get smacked back down onto the couch with this chest pain that felt like a heart attack. And my mom finally took me to the doctor after I turned blue. It happened several times throughout my life, but by teenage years, when I turned blue, she finally took me to the doctor. They put a heart monitor on me for a week. Nothing registered as something wrong with my actual heart. So I'm thinking, heart attack gun?
Could be. They might be able to send a signal right through the wiring in your house, too. A lot of people had those base phones when we were kids. Do you remember those? Those were as powerful as a cell tower.
No, I don't remember those.
Your neighbor could have had one, and it would be just as powerful.
Could have, yeah.
No.
But yeah, no other kid that I knew had these chest pains. Just me. Yep.
UK got a new demon leader. Oh, sorry to hear that, Tony. That's too bad. Yeah, Jimmy Savile was friends with the king. Yep. Tells you something. Yeah. 60 gigahertz apparently. That's right. Stops your hemoglobin from carrying oxygen. Yeah. And that's that frequency is available to them. So, but you have to get somebody to do that too, hopefully. I don't know.
Oh no, Michigander jumped out.
Oh yeah, come back. Yes. Sometimes we just fall off because we hit the wrong button here.
Well, especially Michigander. They don't like him talking to anyone.
Yeah, that happens. I think we're targeted sometimes on here.
Oh yeah.
And they don't
in a weird way.
Talking to anyone.
We're targeted. We're banned. But we're still gonna pump out the message.
That's right.
that way, hey, we're doing our best. I was wondering, Paul, if about TikTok, if you could post my that short video. I'm going to make another video reading this document. But if you'd like to post it on TikTok, I'd like to see if it gets much response.
The one you put up before you went live?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can screen record that and put it up on my channel and keep you posted.
I was going to do a short, like a 1-minute short, and read it. So maybe that one would be better. I don't know how long.
I'm taking a chance, though, because they're itching to shut my channel down.
Are they?
TikTok channel, yes.
Bastards.
Oh, my goodness.
Itchy bastards.
Okay, maybe not then.
Now, is TikTok going to stay up? Or are they taking...
Probably. I think it will.
Okay.
Because it's the only way that they know what people are thinking, really, until they get their tech up and running properly.
Yeah, their contract with China is not up yet. They have to honor it.
Well, they've still got that 1 million Bitcoin to decode.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know what those calculations are for. I've had more confirmation that actually it is about the human brain and human control systems. These computations and calculations that they're doing for Bitcoin,
it's recording us.
They're to do with how to manipulate us, how to control you.
Yeah.
Your brain waves, how to augment your thoughts, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's teaching AI what we're all about. Yeah.
They've got 1 million of them left to mine now.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I do. I think it's something along the lines of studying us.
It is.
Yeah, they're studying us. Study this, bitch.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. We really should start mixing it up and
we should
talking backwards or
be unpredictable every day.
That's it. Throw some unpredictability in there.
Yeah. Walk backwards for a while.
Yeah, whatever it is, just do it differently.
They either like it or they don't. Fuck them if they can't take a joke.
There you go.
Oh, this is how the new human beings walk? Do a silly walk or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think they're going to let Michigander come back up. I think he'd be back by now.
Oh, yeah, the bird flu summit. That's like event 2201.
Oh, dear God, the bird flu summit.
Oh, yeah, they figured out how to get the most money out of it, Who's going to make the money and where to put your investment money. Hi, Lady Green.
There was a rumor going around about the old, 2020 crapola coming back again.
Yeah.
I heard, they're going to try another round.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be lockdowns and the whole thing.
Did you hear that?
They already tried climate lockdown in Canada. They were trying to do that.
I heard about that on TikTok too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh damn! What was I going to say now?
What's that?
They've already the senator, whoever, Congress has already banned the New Testament.
Oh,
I
really?
told everyone, you might not like that Bible, but it's their script, and they are going biblical on this shit.
Yeah.
They are playing the end time scenario, and it will be off with your head if you don't deny Christ. Well, they're not going to go that far with it, I don't think. But if you're trying to read from the New Testament, that's basically pushing Christ in their eyes, and it'll be off with your head.
Oh, that's a hate crime.
It is. It is. It's a fucking hate crime.
That's what they'll call it. You reading the Bible will be considered a hate crime.
But at the same time, it's full of more lies than it is anything else. So what they do, I figured it out, is what happens when you tell a child you can't have something, they're going to want it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what they're pulling right now. You can't have the New Testament to make them want it so that they'll line up to be beheaded. Willingly.
Maybe.
What a psychological mind fuck that is.
Yeah.
But that's what they're doing.
We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Mitch Gander, I agree with Mitch. I don't think it's going the way they want. So I don't think their end game's going to work. I think they're going to cause a lot of suffering and death along the way. But
yes, it's not going to go their way. No.
No, it's not going their way now. Like Hollywood's
No,
falling
they
apart.
can't
The
do it.
music industry, and it should. It's a criminal organization
And it's
entirely.
terrible. It's just plainly terrible. These
I don't. Yeah,
music, movies.
I don't watch any of it or listen to any of it. So
No, not even an inclination to do so because
I
I
watch
know what I get.
I went and watched Captain America 10 years ago because the movie theater got new seats, and they were like those recliners, so and like big fluffy seats. So I went and I fell asleep. Best sleep I had in a long time. I love sleeping during the day. Didn't even see hardly any of the movies, and I didn't
I
care.
know. I don't understand why they would do that.
Well, it's
Comfortable seat
because when movies aren't popular anymore, they'll sell out the space for resting.
Yeah,
Come in here and have a peaceful nap.
yeah,
Yeah,
put a vibrator in the chair and make
there
it.
you go. Nice music, calm
Yeah.
lights.
Oh yeah, they got great sound system in there.
Yeah, you can meet people,
They put calming colors on the screen.
meet others that like to take naps.
See, even
too.
even a movie theater can be repurposed for like a healing center.
Yeah,
We could pump in some healing frequencies, take you through the entire body chakra system with all the colors on the screen, and the sounds from the
there you go.
mic, from the speakers, and they could be just converted into a healing center, like the churches used to be.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
They are set up for acoustics, so they're perfect for it.
I guess Chuck ain't coming up.
No,
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 little
he-
shit.
do you need the link? Here,
Maybe.
yeah, I like
that.
you coming up, Mitch. That will come back. Yeah. See, movie theaters could be all kinds of healing places. They could put you could train people how to make pipe organs again and put those in the churches. Those were awesome.
Yeah,
Like when I was a kid, that we had a pipe organ. It was electrically driven, but all the pipes were in place. It was just that they used a motor.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, a billows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a pump. Yeah.
yeah. And I tell you, the sound out of that thing just went through every
Doesn't it?
cell of your body. Like,
There is something about an organ.
yeah.
A Hammond B3 organ is like the top one in rock and roll, and there's nothing
somebody.
like it. It will
Mitch.
cut through you. Hey,
Yeah.
Mitch, get you back.
There
Yeah.
he is.
Does it come with its own speakers?
They did make special speakers for it. They're called Leslie speakers for organs and keyboards. Yes,
Yeah.
and the Leslie would
Hey, Max,
rotate.
can you put us to the regular picture? It's sucking up my bandwidth.
What do you mean?
To where it's just our 4 avatars.
That won't make a difference. Still going to be sending a signal, same visual signal.
I've tried everything. I even tried to hook to my Wi-Fi. For some reason, when I hook to the Wi-Fi, it doesn't do anything at all. I just get a circle, and YouTube won't even pull up.
Yeah, you haven't got your video
Yeah.
running, so that should help your bandwidth.
I
Yeah,
can't even
not
do it.
using your video. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just got
What
a
were
circle.
you saying, G?
yeah, I can't do anything to the audio to give you more bandwidth, there's nothing you can do.
Don't need this up.
Oh, I was
Could just be the
talking.
program in the interface with your phone.
What?
Up.
Yeah, he's.
What
I hate that.
now,
when that
Jean?
happens. Oh, I was going to pick up where I left off. I was talking about the Leslie speaker. It rotates. The speaker rotates inside with kind of these cover cones. I can't describe it. It's just weird.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it throws the sound out in this wave. That's why. Who was it? Rick Wakefield.
Cool.
A lot of bands, used this technique back in the day, and in live concerts, and it would go whoa, whoa. You know what I mean? It had this.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. Anyway,
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry, I'm
awesome.
tripping because I'm a musician.
No, that's very informative and pretty cool. No, I didn't know that. That's really amazing. Yeah, that would be cool. And I'm glad to know that they actually make, like, because an organ can play such deep, deep tones that, could be quite difficult for a lot of speakers.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they had special amps and speakers for the keyboardists if you could afford it. If you couldn't, then you had to play through a standard Fender guitar amp, kind of thing. Wasn't the same, but yeah.
Getting fingered by King Kong. God. Sorry to hear that, Paul.
Yeah, Rick Wakeman. He was a killer keyboardist in Yes, and what all bands was he in? He was one of those. He was in a lot of things.
I use 2 videos from YouTube every night when I sleep, 432 and 528 hertz. And what you can do, Pajo, is you can get like a sound generator on your phone. You can get a couple of them, compare the tones with what's playing on the video, and you'll be able, if it's out of sync, you'll be able to tell. It'll start to wobble. And if it's in sync, it won't. So that's how you can test it if you don't trust anything online.
Yeah.
Hope that helps you.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I've tested YouTube videos against my meter, and they work just fine. 432 is 432. 528 is 528. But it could be different for each video depending on how they program it. But the ones that I've seen so far, the tone's been pretty consistent.
It truly is a miracle that Michigander ever gets in anywhere to get a word in edgewise. I swear he's on constant attack.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
why?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He never gets to stay because the shit he knows.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he comes up here.
Yeah.
Glad you come up, Michigander.
I'm glad
you have a full signal.
I'm glad he doesn't let it get him down. He keeps trying. Got to give him that.
Yeah, what they do sometimes too, Mitch, is they'll change the programming of like StreamYard or something. Like I had a while there where my voice, I couldn't adjust any of the settings to get my voice to come out anywhere half decent. Mm-hmm. There was about a month there, and they apparently got enough complaints from people that they fixed it. So,
yeah, you have been sounding better. Yes.
Yeah. The technology sometimes, and you're right. The code they write in, they make a misstep, and all of a sudden everything's like
something they write interacts with something else, and it just buggers it all up.
Yeah.
Like they just added like echo cancellation or backgrounds. It's a new one, anyways. So some people will probably get a good signal out of it, and some people it'll probably suck for. Like Michigander. So. Yeah, but he's got a good message. He's keeping on top of the good stuff that's happening, and I like that.
Yes.
I like to hear that things are falling apart for them. I go back and forth sometimes, because there are some good things, and I do like to highlight them. About a year ago, they did studies into the kids, and they're all pretty much predominantly right-leaning now, like the young kids, 12 to 18. So all these college kids, we lost a generation of college kids. That's about it, So this next generation has become more conservative than any generation in the last 50 years. So get ready for some stodgy, proper.
We're going back to the Gilded Age, everybody.
Yes.
Which that might
remember
not be a bad thing.
Remember your grandparents, okay? Those of you that are in your 30s or so,
What I've been seeing on TikTok is the new generation coming up, which is, I do believe, generation, isn't it? Z. Anyway, they're not playing this shit. When I was a kid, I couldn't wait to grow up to live my life my way and not have to wake up to an alarm to go to school or work. And now these children, these young adults are now saying these things out loud on TikTok and social media everywhere. We're not playing your game. We're not going to be your little work slaves. We want to go live our lives, and we will settle for nothing less.
Yeah.
I got to give them that.
Good to hear. Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so.
Hmm.
My generation was so bamboozled.
Well, Trudeau wants to lower the voting age to 16 because he thinks that'll get him more votes.
The reasoning part of the brain is not.
But that'll work with a small percentage of the students that are going to college, maybe. That'll work with some of the students that are going to college, but the rest of the students see that they can't get a house, they can't afford a car, they can't afford to move out of their parents' house. They can't afford anything. Right. And they're pouring people into my country, and those people are getting all my money. They know it. You think they're going to vote for you if you let them vote, Trudeau? You're stupid.
No.
They're not, what are you going to do? Give them crystal meth every payday or something? Come on, man.
Well, he does promise things like that.
Oh, yeah, he does. He got in for allowing pot, basically.
Oh, that was his red carpet.
That was his red carpet in.
I see.
Since then, he's raped the economy and sent our money abroad and let in tons of people and let crime go through the roof and drugs and all that, and pretended he tried to take away guns and shit.
His mom was best friends with Mick Jagger.
Yeah, she was best friends with a lot of people, a lot of men.
Yeah, Quinky Dinky.
Apparently, she was best friends with a lot of dock workers before she met Trudeau.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
she was a notorious philanthropist, let's say, sexually.
Something. Yeah. No, she was very good.
Well, that's why we call him Justin Castro.
Yes.
Right? You take a picture of him.
He's Castro's son.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. He looks just fucking like his daddy does.
Doesn't look anything like Pierre Elliott Trudeau.
No.
No.
But he looked like Vidal. Yeah, he do.
Yeah. Pierre was a cuck, unfortunately.
Uh-huh.
No, she was the type that would work the room, as I put it.
Several times probably.
Groupie over with the Rolling Stones, and yeah.
Sounds like a Quisling. Yep. Trudeau sounds like a Quisling. He is. Yeah, he's a WEF alumni. They had their young global leaders school that they went to, or program, where Justin Trudeau and many of our world leaders right now got their start and got all the money put behind them to push their careers into politics.
Of course.
Yeah.
Grooming.
Yep.
Total working them into the...
That's why we're all pushing climate change and all the other things that the WEF is pushing, like digital money and biodigital convergence, and you will own nothing and you'll be happy. And all of these policies come down from on the WEF, Mr.
They're
Schwab.
going to have our foots in their asses, and they're going to be forced to be happy about that, too.
Yeah. And this originates from people like Kissinger, who originate from societies like the Fabian Society and other things like
families.
that.
Here we are back at the families again.
Yeah.
They create positions and places.
Well, yeah,
and
the Gates family has been in government and eugenics for generations.
Yes, they hand it down.
Yeah.
And once in a while, new members to the families will, because we're growing, we need more people to handle things, will come into their Illuminati, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just, it is just unbelievable, the flim-flams that they get away with over and over again.
Ooh, another part in the play. Ooh, that's exciting. Trump got shot at. Wow.
What?
Yeah, they will. They will kill each other for money. That does happen.
Oh, they'll kill each other to be at the top of the pyramid too.
Yeah. They do operate as one, but they do occasionally backstab each other. So, that's what eventually happens in the end, anyway. So
John Kennedy, he didn't go along. See what happens? He was the example.
Yeah.
His brother wouldn't go along, so they said, "Okay, 2 examples. Do you get it now?"
Right.
I mean, seriously, when both Kennedys were taken out, that was a big clue for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should have been. Right
Anyone
there.
was going against the narrative.
Yeah. We've got big enough alphabets to cover our butts and do whatever we want now.
However, Trump still wants to push that Old Testament on everybody, and that is bad news. If you haven't studied that motherfucker like I have, you don't know how fucking fucked we're going to be if they start pushing that Old Testament.
Yeah, well, yeah, he had some comments on Gaza I wasn't too friendly about, where he said they should go in and get the job done. And I don't, well, the job apparently seems to be to eradicate and get everybody out of that area so they can build their
casinos.
No, they want to build a canal.
Oh, a canal in there.
Yeah, they want to build a canal so that they can make money. So yeah, they got to clear that area out. So I don't know if he meant that or if he meant actually getting Hamas. I hope he meant actually getting Hamas. Again, he left that's kind of an open-ended thing. I don't hate the guy, Trump, but I don't trust him. I really do hope, like Alex says, he's really working on our side. But all we can do is, because unfortunately, no regular person can get to the position that he's in without the money that he has. So,
right.
Let's hope that this is for real.
Oh, yeah. He's just in a different club. There's a lot of clubs, not just the big families. Trust me, over the years, what you've been seeing are gang warfares, turfs. I just think my hit, he'll probably go in, and that is because they can turn right around and blame all the borders and the laws on Biden. It's not Trump's fault. And then he's just going to do the same old loop for the next 4 years. Yeah,
we'll see. He did some things that were different and unpopular when he was president. So, like he did, I was happy that he reopened the pipelines. Like we were starting to trade oil back to the U.S. again.
Good.
And then when Biden came in, they shut that down.
But even an evil person will do good things to get you on their side.
That's true.
Their side, they'll bite you.
That's why we haven't been vigilant enough in the past, and really the public isn't vigilant enough now, and we need to get there. And hopefully, this new generation of young people is there to the where they want their rights back and to repeal all this interference in our lives from government. Government used to be at a distance from your life. Now they're right in it, and that's no place for government. They can barely run the utilities. Mm-hmm. So let's not pile too much on their plate, and let's make the job a little easier for them, and make a few less of them. Let's start making stuff. The only way to improve life is to make more stuff. So let's make more stuff.
Yeah, get back on Main Street instead of Wall Street, basically.
Yeah.
For too long, that's all been running the show. Making money on money, and
that's where they've gotten us to countries. Okay, you get to
investment money. You have to make an investment to make money. No. Yeah. You need to make stuff to make money. Close up that stock system. That needs to go. That stock market. Like no more investment lending. That was banned in the Bible for a reason. They had brains and intelligence, and they knew what that did.
Yep.
In Canada too, if you're, you can go to an Islamic bank and you get an interest-free loan. It's just a loan with I think a fee, and you pay that back, and that's it. It's not,
Wow.
yeah,
As it should be.
yeah. I think it's about a 10% fee, something like that.
Which, I mean, for a loan, I mean, okay, a 10% fee, that's logical. But viewing us blind with all
Oh
these
yeah,
other
by the time most
external
loans are
fees.
done, you've paid, 150%. You know,
Exactly.
so you borrow $10,000. By the time you're done paying it back, you spent 15,000 or more. You know,
Yeah.
in interest. So yeah, it's not. That's what we need to be doing. Is that type of a bank system.
Okay. I'm back. You didn't even know I was gone.
I didn't. I was just
Sorry.
yammering on and on.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to take care of the kitchen.
Yeah, I get kind of passionate about the banks because I don't believe in investment banking and all this crap.
See, that's our anchor. That's one of all our anchors are in paper. That is for sure. And they've anchored us to this BS.
Yep.
Yeah.
To the point now where you can't even touch it. No, just believe in the emperor's new clothes.
Right. No, we need to go back into trading commodities, and metals are hard assets, that you can call an energy source because it takes energy to make them. It's very useful. It's very useful as a product in industry. So for processors and all kinds of things. So antennas, all the technology uses gold and silver.
Yep.
So
Yes.
So we can trade in commodities, have a commodity-based system. That way we can have small streams still coming in. Your economy would constantly increase with the amount of gold and silver you find.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I was just speaking last night about how down here in America, the U.S., whatever, that the states are not performing as states. We're just our governments are kind of forgotten, and it's all in D.C. now. We're just little lines in the sand. Haha, isn't that amusing? And I was thinking partly getting back to states being states is that we each have our own currencies somehow. Just saying.
Well, yeah, you could do that type of a system. That would work.
Go back to being individual little countries.
And actually print money in a limited amount of it.
Yeah. Or somehow figure out an exchange. Yes.
Yeah. I don't disagree with barter, although I think it's much more difficult. I want a car. How many chickens do I have to give you?
Yeah, exactly. Hard barter is
it's a little difficult.
We got away from that. Yeah, we got away from that. But something different. I don't know what it is.
Well, they always take away. Apparently, 3 times they've taken away the gold and silver in the States. So that seems to be the one that works that they don't like.
Oh, you got it. You got it. Exactly.
They did that in Canada too, I think, once.
Yeah.
So yeah. They did. They recalled the silvers in the 70s. We used to have silver quarters.
Wasn't it? It was Po in Cambodia. Po recalled all the money that ended in 9. Because you have a currency number.
Oh, yeah.
So any currency that had the number 9 on it was no longer any good.
Oh, wow.
He pulled that a couple of times during that regime.
Right.
That actually would be kind of beneficial in a way, because that would increase the amount of the overall dollar.
That's what he was trying to do, prop up their currency by getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you print too much money, it just becomes worthless,
Which they
that's, and we could do that too, like all of these oligarchs and shit that have made money off of the past few years of trying to enslave the human race. If we just disappeared their money, all the rest of everybody's money would be worth a ton more because they have like 90% of it.
Yeah. And we know it's nothing but a number in a computer by this point.
Oh yeah, they can wipe it out at any time. They can wipe out your account. They can wipe out mine. They can turn it on or off like they did at the trucker strike. We've seen them do it. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting close to that off switch.
Yeah, right on S. I got a few ounces of silver, just in case for trading and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, silver's gone way up in price too. It's around in Canada. So I think it's around $40 now.
Well, that's pretty
an
good.
Ounce.
Yeah, that's pretty darn
check
good.
here.
Yeah, let me see what it says. I'm going to see where I go in here.
Right now, it's silver. That's in U.S. It's 30. Come on, Canadian.
Yeah, gold right now
42.
42, 30. Yeah, it's about right. $12. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold this weekend, it's sitting on $2,413.
Let's see what that is in Canadian. 30% less is a general rule.
Oh, okay.
Canadian dollars about 30% less. So yeah, it's 3,200 here. 3,290.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I actually bought some silver back when it was around 32. And now it's up at 40 something, 42. Yeah. I've never actually made money on anything I've bought. That's weird.
Yeah, I used to flip guitars when several years ago. I made money on it. Yeah, I'd buy them, find them cheap, and sell them for more. But
well, Scotty, people always have stuff, and gold and silver is a good way to trade for that stuff. Over 2/3 of the world right now is running on gold, silver, and GDP as their monetary system in bricks. So I don't know how long the dollar based on nothing can last with 2/3 of the world operating in that, because what good is the American dollar, Canadian dollar, or any Western dollar to trade if it has no value in commodities? If you're operating in a commodity-based dollar, won't work.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, trade and barter. Yeah. Well, that's what the gold and silver are. They represent the energy of work or whatever, That's why so many times they've taken it away, Scotty, because it does work. It works too well. It's a very stable system. Unless you have a huge find, and then the value of it drops. But only for a while. And then everything levels out again. And so, like a lot of the billionaires too have taken the ill-gotten gains that they have, and 2/3. Oh yeah, the 2/3 that the Old Testament or the Book of Revelation talks about. Yeah, could be.
Max, thanks for having me up. I have to go take control of the kitchen.
Okie dokie.
Paula, wonderful. Michiganer, great. Hope you can stay up longer next time. And I'll see you all soon.
Love you.
See you. I'm investing in the YMCA. I think it will kick these rainbow body. Huh? Okay, Trey. Do you know how heavy silver is? I do, Scotty boy. I do. It's pretty heavy. But a silver quarter isn't that heavy, And it should be worth around, at this point, about $5. And they used to have smaller coins of silver, dimes, nickels. That's why they had those, And just think, if it was just commodity based, a small amount of silver would be worth quite a bit. Yeah, the silver prices are kept low right now compared to the dollar, Steve, so that they're using it so much in their technology to make up these control systems. They don't want to have it at a high price. So they're artificially keeping it low at the moment. Right? Well, I think it's almost dinner time for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, this was a fun talk.
As always.
Yeah. I like it. For me, this is like therapy, getting to talk about the oligarchs and all these criminals and what they're doing to us.
Absolutely, it's therapeutic. That's why they don't want us talking, because not only is it therapeutic, it's devastating to their case.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and it gets the knowledge out there, hopefully a little bit. So again, let me share that link, the IEEE Inc. Human Body, the Future Communication Channel for the W-band, that outlines quite succinctly that you are an antenna for the system. Document's 10 years old. They've already successfully done it with Zigbee and a RAD and a bunch of other stupid systems. This is talking about doing it with Wi-Fi and other things. But have fun. You won't be able to read the whole document unless you are a subscriber to the IEEE. So this is a kind of a, I guess I don't know what you call it, controlled substance.
Yeah.
You know, anyways, but it does in the first paragraph and the first bit you can read outlay pretty well what they're doing to us. All right, guys, thanks for coming by. Much love to you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And yes, there will be class tonight.